Guys, it's good to be back. I miss you nerdy motherfuckers.
All right,
What,
let's get this
one?
started.
Oh, what is that? Is that all our subscribers calling into the podcast? Welcome back, guys. I don't know what we're doing. Oh,
All
no,
right,
they
I'll
left.
start. 3, 2.
I've never been,
Zeitgeist Zealots.
but everybody in this room probably believes that I have been, because that's the prevailing narrative.
Hey everyone, welcome to Zeitgeist Zealots. I'm Forrest.
Major.
Hello there.
And now I'm Robbie.
I did it.
And we got
He said it. He
we
said
got,
the thing.
we got Obi-Wan
You
in the
did.
background too. So today we didn't binge anything this week either, but we got some news and we're going to talk about upcoming TV shows for 2024. We covered upcoming movies in 2024, and now we're going to move on to TV shows. Hopefully, some of these we will binge and discuss in the podcast in future episodes this year. So, but Major, you have some news for us you want to share?
Yeah, absolutely. I do. I want to first start off by congratulating Ayo Edebiri, who I assume you heard it here first and probably incorrectly. I think is the newest member of the Illuminati, and I'm not talking about Marvels.
Yeah, I'd
yes,
bring it up.
she is doing the Thunderbolts, right?
Uh-huh.
But this girl has been getting a lot of attention, and let's just say I don't think it's very well deserved. And I don't think it's like a DEI kind of situation. I think it's more of like a Kevin Hart. Like I think, like Cat Williams said, I think she made a deal. And now we're seeing her everywhere. This is just a conspiracy theory. It's some fun shit. Don't take it home with you or whatever.
So, where should I have seen her? Because I've never heard of her until.
Well,
Just
you
now.
might. So a part. She was on The Menu. Have you seen the Bear? I got that confused every week, dude. It's canon. I got that confused.
But everyone,
again. The
everyone
Bear.
loves the bear though, because I think what's his name is going to play the Thing.
It's so
not the
good, bro. The TV show, phenomenal acting. It's intense. It's spicy, and I'm not just talking about the food. Actually, I am just talking about the food. But I will say it won 2023. It won an Emmy for Comedy of the Year. It's
Best
not
everything.
It's not funny. I laughed out loud one time. It's not funny. So red flag, okay? Now, a part of the conspiracy theory behind the Illuminati is that you need to publicly embarrass yourself. The last person to join, they think, is Logan Paul, where he publicly embarrassed himself by finding the dead body in Japan. People had a lot of free time on their hands during COVID. God bless them, right? But here, we're talking about embarrassing yourself. And I don't think there's a better way to embarrass yourself than her performance on SNL. Robbie, hit me with that drum.
Well, I got
2 hours later.
when I got
That's all right,
when
guys.
I got
We're
so
working
many,
on
I
it.
gotta flip to the bottom. Okay, I need to just like favorite that.
We
one.
need a sound.
So
for it.
I recently got Nitro on Discord.
That's right. You
checking out all
motherfuckers.
these different audio.
Our YouTube is blowing up. People are subscribing left and right. They're watching our shorts. So we are investing into the infrastructure of Zeitgeist Zealots. We love
So
you,
you might
Zealots.
notice a little bit better audio quality.
If
I
you're
believe.
getting a little bit
Hopefully.
wetter or a little bit harder while you're listening to this podcast, you can thank
Except for
Robbie that.
Major, since he's recording it, so he's got that just source audio there.
Wah, wah,
So
wah.
who is the
I do it
young
raw.
lady playing? Who's the young lady playing in the Thunderbolts?
Thanks. So that's her. She got replaced. The Thunderbolts, out. They put Ayo in, and now Ayo is also gonna do she's gonna star in the upcoming female-led Pirates of the Caribbean. So all I'm saying is Logan Paul. Maybe I'm just bitter because my boy Kevin Owens keeps getting his ass kicked by Logan Paul. But I'm calling it here first. You heard it here first, and in a couple of years, I think this is going to play out very well. That being said, she seems like a delight. She seems very nice and friendly and personable, and I can't wait to see more of her.
Well, that's what the Bear season 3 is for.
That's
What else
right.
is on the news, Doc? What else is on the news?
Oh, now talking about things I don't want to see more of, despite how much I love them. Thanos. Robbie, have you heard about this? They're bringing Thanos back, live action. Let him
Oh,
die.
really?
Kill him.
No, I haven't heard about
They-
this
it just-
actually.
It dropped maybe hours before we started recording this podcast.
Oh, really?
But Marvel's
Oh,
getting
3 hours ago,
desperate.
Thanos returned.
Yeah, there it is. He's got it up on X. He's probably on X.
Oh, this is on YouTube. I
okay.
just searched Thanos, and that was like the first YouTube suggestion.
Don't you worry. Your boy's got you covered here. Live action Thanos coming back. Now, Kevin Feige has the respect, I believe, to not make this the 616 Thanos or the 99999 Thanos.
Should we do a react? Since we haven't even seen it.
No,
Yeah, well,
there's nothing really to react.
No, does it show much or?
No, it doesn't show enough.
It's just like a tiny teaser thing.
Right, they're more just talking about, and they're showing a lot of B footage from like old CGI. Yeah.
Well, he could come back in the Eternals in a prequel, or sort of maybe a flashback
but
in that.
Can't we just? Isn't this just a desperate sign of desperation? I don't want to see this dude. Stop! Don't touch. Marvel's going downhill, and you're killing my childhood, and blah blah blah. But yeah, guys, first three phases we're so close to movie perfection. Thor 2. But just let him rest. Don't touch him. Let him.
Look what they're doing to Kingpin right now. They had Kingpin and Echo, which we all adored. But maybe he wasn't the best part of that amazing show.
I think he was the best part of that amazing show.
Yeah, I know. I'm being facetious.
Oh, my bad. Sarcasm.
No, play the sarcasm sound, whatever.
What is it?
Sarcasm sound.
or be really.
There it is.
Well, that's just the dying inside sound.
Okay.
I'd be alert where each of these are.
Robbie, keep that sound effect close and steady, close and at the ready, because we're talking about Rocksteady. Did you guys hear about Rocksteady killing the DC universe?
Well,
the game that just came out.
They killed their own brand because everyone wanted a Superman game after Batman Arkham Knight, and I don't know if it was either WB or Rocksteady. I don't. There's probably evidence out there for one or the other. I haven't really looked it up that well, but they decided to go ahead and Suicide Squad game and do the micro transactions within it, and made it a games as a service. And everyone seems to hate it. And plus, the story I think is not good either.
The story. Can we talk about the disrespect to Kevin Conroy's Batman? This is allegedly, or at least was thought to be, the last time that we would ever get to witness Kevin Conroy as Batman.
They'd I think after this came out, they were just this all shit. It was we got to find some backlogs of some of his recordings.
That's exactly
and put something else out there, just so that will be his last outing as Batman. So,
but isn't that bad when you have to go back and into your recycle bin and pull out old audio because you screwed the pooch so badly on this? Let me ask you this: is this another symptom of woke ideologues killing our childhood? Right? Is this glorifying woke ass Harley Quinn killing Batman just for some woke ass feminists at Rocksteady to get their rocks off? Right?
Yeah,
or was this just bad
steady
storytelling? I will not steady. I will not be steady in this.
I don't know, but thanks for that spoiler. I think I don't know.
That was that clip I mentioned.
This game was getting dumped on before it even came out, and it was just for the games as a service, and basically that nobody wanted a Suicide Squad game in the first place. But I don't know.
Well, gaming experts, you heard it here first. Every time Forrest wants us to review a game, go ahead and consider it terrible, because Forrest has a terrible track record of trying to get us to review games. Remember the Marvel game that came out, and you're like, "Oh, let's do the Marvel game." The Avengers.
Well, it seems like they're not really doing a good job with the team adaptation of comic book franchises, because the solo Batman, the solo Spider-Man game seem to be pretty good. They're doing a Wolverine game soon, and they leaked out some footage and some plot threads from that. It looks pretty good. So
I saw some video of the older Batman games to I think it was Suicide Squad or one of the other Batman games too, that it looked like a downgrade side by side, honestly. Textures and everything.
CGI's going downhill. Bring on Unreal 5.
And it's like an 8-year difference too on the two games they were comparing.
Oh yeah,
it was just better lighting, really cool scenery in the background and stuff. It was just...
Yeah, Arkham Knight came out in 2015. It was fun in the sense that you're actually in Gotham City. You're in the Batmobile, but the story just wasn't that great. It's basically like Scarecrow's going to create a giant, scary fart cloud to envelop Gotham. And it's like the same. It's the same Scarecrow story. They can't do anything new with Scarecrow. It's like he's gonna like set off a fear bomb somewhere. So a fear fart somewhere. Where's that fart sound, Robbie? I need that fart sound. There you go. That was Scarecrow going like, "Take that, Batman." So, yeah. So that's a shame. I thought because Rocksteady, had the first 3 Arkham games are
Pretty
pretty
good.
well received. Yeah, and then everyone was really looking forward to the next DC property or just like any game in general. And yeah, they just dropped the ball. It sounds like. Bummer.
Yeah, did a complete 180. It is very unfortunate. Next, I just want to give a little PSA, a little shout out to all these whiny ass bitches out on the internet who are complaining about Greta Gerwig and Margot Robbie getting shafted at the Oscars. Get over yourself. You guys wanted equality? Welcome to equality, motherfuckers. Can I tell you a little bit about a story I like to call Batman: The Dark Knight? One of the greatest movies of all time with Heath Ledger as the Joker. The greatest acting performance of all time getting shafted at the Oscars. Oh, yeah.
He won an Oscar for that.
He
won an Oscar for that, Mitch. Yeah, posthumously. Look it up.
I will look it up right now.
I mean, the movie wasn't nominated for Best Picture, but Heath Ledger won an Oscar for that performance.
Did he? Well, he deserved it. Oh, Best Supporting Actor, I guess. Well,
now you do agree Margot Robbie should have been nominated.
No, I'm saying is get over it. It wasn't.
Okay.
It was nominated for Best Picture, right?
It was not. No, it was not.
And that
Barbie was though. I think wasn't it?
It was. No, I don't think so.
I'm not gonna watch it, so it doesn't matter. But
And it wasn't the best movie. It wasn't even that. I mean, so Ken got nominated
I still haven't
for
seen
Best Supporting Actor.
I still haven't seen Oppenheimer yet, or Killers of the
But
Flower Moon.
my point is, there's this outrage online from feminists being like, boo-hoo. And I just want to say, like, hey, welcome to equality, right? Like, men were pretty upset about this, too. Apparently not as upset as I thought we were, since Heath Ledger did get Best Supporting Actor. But, what do I know?
Well,
there goes my entire rant.
Well, I know that's sort of dead in the water, but you should have gotten nominated for a Best Actress. Who wasn't Margot Robbie? Pam Grier and Jackie Brown. What a great movie! And she was totally shafted. She should have been nominated for an Oscar for that one. So should have Michael Keaton. It was a great movie. So what's next on the news docket?
Sadly, Rob, get some sadness out ready for this one. Rob Liefeld, Deadpool co-creator, is officially leaving the franchise. That's a bummer.
You mean leaving it? He hasn't he's sort of
he officially announced his exit from the franchise. That's what I mean.
Like the movie franchise or the comic franchise?
The comic book franchise.
Oh, okay. So see, everyone likes to shit on Rob Liefeld.
Here, let me do
he
this.
He made some poor business decisions.
He said this.
But that's because he got so successful at so young an age that he was bound to screw up. Like it's kind of like you're like a multimillionaire by the time you're 23. Like how are you not going to make bad decisions?
How do you not have a coke problem, right?
Yeah, but the guy was a good drawer or artist. So I don't know what I'm saying here. I don't really care.
He said, I'm retiring from Deadpool. It's official. Yep, after 33 years of not only introducing Deadpool, but chronicling many of his most popular adventures, it's time for Deadpool Daddy to say farewell.
Okay. They should get I don't know, maybe Mark Waid to write Deadpool again. Just they need to get a good writer for it. It's been a while since they had a good writer and a good run. Get Joe Kelly back maybe, but yeah, I'm just not I haven't really kept up with Deadpool in the comics very recently. They made him pansexual recently, which I guess okay.
I mean, he wanted to fuck that.
They gave him a daughter, so they're just I'm just throwing spaghetti at the wall in terms of what they're going to do with Deadpool. But is that all the news?
That's all the news we got. Let's throw some. Speaking of throwing spaghetti at the wall, let's talk about the most anticipated TV shows of 2024.
Invincible. The
this
boys.
is really only going through the first half of the year, and I got this article from Variety.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So January's already gone, obviously, but
Mhm.
Ted and True Detective season 4 came out.
Oh.
Ted, I was pretty skeptical about. It's a prequel starring Seth MacFarlane returns for the prequel, and I was really skeptical at first, but apparently the reviews have been phenomenal. So I'm actually really excited to check this out. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Well, I enjoyed the first Ted movie. Did y'all see Ted 2? What did y'all think?
I did not see Ted 2. I haven't seen Ted 1 either, unfortunately. I'm a big Seth MacFarlane fan. I just haven't gotten
Well,
around to
you
it.
can't watch Ted 1 unless you've seen Flash Gordon, because they reference the hell out of that movie.
Okay, so I'll watch Flash Gordon, then I gotta watch Ted 1.
Yeah, it's kind of like watching Mank on Netflix. You have to watch Citizen Kane to know what the hell's going on, which is a movie from like the 40s. So,
Leave that for Marvel. Let me watch 24 movies before I have to figure out what's happening in this next upcoming one.
I know. Not a sustainable business model.
Did you guys
but yeah.
hear they've remade Mr. and Mrs. Smith? That's coming out, or just started coming out in February? Don Glover.
Guess who Mrs. Smith is voiced by?
Maya Erskine?
Yeah, from Blue Eye Samurai.
Oh,
yeah.
Look who's on board. It's been getting great reviews so far. Let's see. Here's a little synopsis. A new take on the 2005 Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie film. This version features two strangers who land jobs at a spy agency and must work together as a husband and wife duo. Each week they take on a new mission and navigate a new relationship that resembles the real thing when they started catching feelings. Sounds cute.
Oh, okay.
A little monster.
I've never seen the 2005 movie.
What? Oh, it's good. It's a cute movie. And you have to remember they were dating at the time. It probably doesn't age as well here. And then
I bet they had the same trailer. Where's the sexy sound, Rob? Womp womp, or the womp 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 womp. I don't know.
No.
Okay, that's not at all. Like maybe no. They play a saxophone.
No.
All right. Yes,
Awful.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Hey, you can't just bark orders at Robbie and then not know the sound effect. Robbie, play the sound that sounds something like blah 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 blah.
Play the sexy sound effects.
Bow, 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 bow. Wow, that's not sexy at all. But you know what it is?
It's like when
It's as
it's like when you have
non-sexual
ED.
as you can imagine.
There it is.
That's like what was the sound you play?
Redemption.
The womp womp womp. That's like when you have erectile dysfunction, like womp 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 womp.
That's when you can't get it up. Yeah.
Yeah, womp womp.
You know who can't keep getting it up though? Larry fucking David coming back.
Oh yeah.
Curb Your Enthusiasm season 12, the official last season, which I think this might be the third official last season.
Yeah. Well,
So call me when it actually quits.
because they stopped making the show for like 8 years after like 2008, and they brought it back like 8 or 9 years after. So I mean, I don't know if this will be the official last one. Hopefully not. I mean, because last season was pretty good. I think it had like Lin-Manuel Miranda, but yeah, when is that premiere? I want to check that out. I have to get Max again.
It's February.
I know, it's just like I really didn't want to get like HBO Max for Night Country alone, but like
How
you're saying
about
Curb
this?
Your Enthusiasm.
It's before February 22nd.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe we can just like share it all. We can do a watch party. Curb Your Enthusiasm.
You know why I know that? Ask me why I know that.
Why you know that?
Because on the 22nd of February on Netflix, Avatar: The Last Airbender comes out. Let's go,
Oh.
Zeitgeist. Let's go,
Well,
Zealots.
didn't the original creators leave the show?
That's probably not good.
Yeah, because and apparently they're going to make who's the main lead? Sokka.
I don't know.
Who's
I haven't
the-
seen it. I
the
haven't seen
brother?
it yet.
Oh, they're gonna make him less sexist than he was in the cartoon.
It's probably not the bad thing, except for James Bond.
Yeah, so I don't know. Some fans were upset about it because like that's like his character arc is I guess him
Oh.
respecting women. So they're gonna be like, how the hell is he having an arc now?
Yeah, I mean that's his whole character arc. I mean, like,
I don't know if it's his
Yeah.
whole character arc, but
yeah, if you were like redoing Dragon Ball Z and you didn't make Vegeta, like if Vegeta like wasn't an asshole to begin with, you'd be like, where's the character arc gonna come from? Like, oh, he's
Yeah.
just always
Like,
the prince, and he's always a nice guy. That's not how
Yeah,
that
like the
works.
Dragon Ball Z, he's gonna be
Yeah.
less homicidal. He's gonna be less homicidal.
You want to talk about less homicidal? The Walking Dead, The One Who Lives comes out.
Oh my gosh, what is
It's
this one
still
even
going.
about?
I have no idea.
Actually,
I've never
like,
cared.
I stopped watching
Yeah,
Walking
dude.
Dead
This is
after a
gonna
while.
be the 8th spinoff.
I've
8th spinoff of Walking.
I've never cared, and I'm not starting now. To the point where I didn't even copy and paste the synopsis of the TV show.
It's
If-
hilarious.
How
If
far did you get? Or,
I just got to the title. I got to The Walking Dead, The One Who
you
Lives.
didn't watch any of it?
No. Oh no, that's not true.
I'm talking about the whole series.
The whole series. No. All right, so that's
Yeah,
not
I'm
true.
talking about the whole series.
Oh no. Okay, so no. The Walking Dead.
I was about to say you just saw the title and no, I'm not watching.
No.
this.
So I've watched 2 episodes of The Walking Dead. And back in college, my roommates gave me a big old pot brownie, and we sat down. We watched the mid-season finale of season 4 or whatever. Anyway, it's when the main character, his wife, is pregnant and like infected, and like they're in the prison, and like he's got to kill her or whatever.
Mm.
So like that's the first episode of The Walking Dead I ever watched, and like, dude, I'm sitting on the
Oh.
couch just
That's-
bawling my eyes out, like as this guy's like got to kill his own wife. I don't know who any of these characters are. I think his name's like Rick
I bet
or
you would-
Scott or something.
yeah, Rick.
Mom.
Yeah,
I bet you wish you'd stop at the title. You'd been like, "Oh, Dead don't walk." There's no truth in this show.
yeah, this is dumb. And I was like, I don't know who any of these characters are, but this is the saddest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, he's crying and he holds his son, like the emotion. It's so good. And then the second episode I watched,
I know what you're talking about now.
I was trying to hook up with this girl,
Jeez.
and it was her favorite show, and so we like watched an episode at her house.
Oh, Glenn getting his head pet on it really turned her on. Is that what?
I think his name was Megan. No.
Megan, yeah. So, yeah, this is like literally.
Vegan.
You know what I'm talking about,
So
Robbie? Though
this
the
is
prison
literally-
episode.
Yeah.
You know the prison episode though.
This is
Yeah,
literally
The
yeah, I know the one you're
emotion.
talking about.
The
was-
emotion, dude.
Yeah,
Oh
with
my
his wife.
God.
This is literally the 8th spinoff on a channel that like sort of like advertised itself as the cable, the HBO of cable, because they had Mad Men, they had Breaking Bad, like all these acclaimed shows, and then
Better Call Saul.
now
I got-
literally all they're doing is just Walking
I
Dead
got up.
spinoffs.
I got up to the ones. I don't remember what they called them, but they were
Negan.
wearing face masks of.
Oh, the
zombies.
Whispers, yeah.
The Whispers. That's what they were called. That's right. I got
Yeah.
a good bit through their part, and then it seemed like he was about to shift to something else. 'Cause
Well, the
another dude
Whispers
took over,
We're in the
but
comics.
then I
but
didn't see much after that.
There's this group called the Wolves in like season 5 that was like very similar to the Whispers. Like they were using zombies to attack like communities. So they kind of like already did the Whispers before the actual Whispers showed up. It's just
Oh.
like I think they just had to like keep adapting stuff from the comic after the Negan sort of arc ended. But
Oh, and
Yeah.
Negan was still alive. They had him
Yeah,
locked
well,
up for years.
well, he has his own spinoff now, Dead City.
I was
Spoiler
gonna say,
alert.
I didn't think Megan died.
If you're popular enough, you do whatever you want because they won't kill you.
Yeah, it's a popular
That's Hollywood
character.
for you.
Well, but he has his own spinoff, Dead City, right? Because he's with Maggie.
Oh, I
And
haven't
apparently
seen
they're
that.
apparently they're best friends, even though he killed her, Glenn. So, yeah. What else is coming up? What TV shows?
Oh, well, I just want to go back to something very controversial. You said AMC is the HBO of cable. That might have been
It was.
10 years ago.
Uh-huh,
Boomer. All right, can I introduce you to the new cable of the HBO of cable?
FX, right?
FX, you motherfucker! Yeah, you know it. Let's talk about Shogun coming out at the end of
Oh
February.
no.
Now, this is long in the making, a limited series, an adaptation of James Clavell's novel. It's set in 1600s Japan at the dawn of a civil war, during which Lord Yoshi, played by
Oh.
Hiroyuki Sanada, is fighting for his life after the Council of Regents turn against him. When a mysterious ship arrives,
I thought you said Council of Bricks for a second.
The Council of Ricks, the Council of Regents, turns against them. When a mysterious ship arrives in a nearby fishing village, the ship's pilot comes bearing secrets that could help Yoshi. Very different from the blockbuster 1980s miniseries on NBC, this Shogun revolves around Japanese characters. Very noticeably, it stars.
What did the '80s show revolve around?
I have no idea. That's definitely what I. That's what I want to look up next.
Did they have a show? They have a show called Shogun that revolved around white people.
God, if so, we're gonna review it next. We'll turn it into a short for sure.
Like, what if they're all just like yellow faced? Oh man, that would be like the '80s.
The '80s, would that be yellow? Could they? Would they? No, I think they were still doing blackface in the '80s, so probably. Rough time for America.
I mean, you had like Christopher Lee. You had Christopher Lee play Fu Manchu. So I mean, that was in the '80s, but
he's also British. So get that.
He's not Chinese.
He's not American either.
No.
March. So, let's march on. Let's march forward. Just a heads up for all my bros out there. What?
Well, we love like old timey Japan because we watched Blue Eye Samurai.
Blue Eye Samurai was fantastic. I want to see a live action Blue Eye Samurai. Count me in, brother.
That's basically what this will be.
I hope so.
Blue Eye Shogun.
Or is that Mulan?
Is they making a Mulan TV show?
Thank you, Robbie. No, they made a Mulan movie and it was terrible. They got rid of all the songs and the talking dragon. Disney, I can't understand how you make mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake.
Don't learn.
They have to have a magic 8-ball. That has to be the one making all their decisions. And it's just
Hollywood
stuck on
Hollywood just hates Eddie Murphy because he voiced that dragon, remember? And I guess when they do the Shrek live action Shrek, they'll call it She-Rek, and there's gonna be no talking donkey.
God, that'd be awful. But you know who doesn't?
What if we come to find out that the Pandering Stone is
Oh my
real?
God.
The Panderverse is real.
Who would She-Rek be played by?
Panderstone, not the Pandering Stone.
She-Rek would have to be played by Dakota Johnson because she just got a new talent agency.
It's Greta Gerwig for sure.
I didn't think she's not an actress. She's not an actress.
They'll pay her in carbon credits.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
yeah.
We'll see. She-Rek coming 2025.
So let's march on forward. I just want to give a shout out to all my bros out there. Grey's Anatomy's coming back March 14th, so brace yourself.
They're gonna call it.
We had a great long run. It's been a nice 6 months, however long it's been, 6 months, maybe a year. I don't know. I just had a kid, so it could have been 5 years. It could have been 5 years.
I've never seen a single episode of Grey's Anatomy. I had no idea, like, Grey's Anatomy, like, Grey is a name of a character on that show.
It is. And she's no longer on it either.
I thought Grey was the name of the hospital or something.
No. So Grey's Anatomy is a famous book in medicine. And then they just took Grey and they just made that the main character's last name.
Okay.
If I remember correctly. Now,
so
can we talk about second chances, redemptions?
Iron Fist?
No.
Oh, okay.
But
hey, look at the Discord.
We're going to talk about D&D. What is?
There's going to be a Dungeons and Dragons show?
No, it's She-Rek.
She-Rek.
When you were talking about that.
She-Hulk. Tatiana Maslany. Is that who's going to be playing it?
That show was a She-Rek.
Because
you got into a She-Rek first, you got her powers, right?
Because, she got into a She-Rek to get her powers. No, we're talking about Dan and Dave.
Oh.
I'll give everyone a sec. What? Good. I'll give everyone a
Full House?
No.
I'm glad. Dave Coulier?
I'm glad you've stripped them from your mind. No, we're talking about Game of Thrones D&D. We're talking about Dan and Dave.
Oh, the 3-body problem.
We're talking about 3-body problem coming out March 21st. Starring John Bradley, a.k.a. Samuel Tarly from Game of Thrones. And it's about a group of 5 former colleagues and brilliant scientists who reunite to take on an outside force threatening humanity.
Well, I mean, this series is complete. if I'm not mistaken, right? The trilogy's complete, and it's not like Game of Thrones where the books weren't finished yet. So they didn't
They
have to like.
had the notes. Let's be honest. The reason why it's been 4,500 plus days since George R. Martin has released a book in the Song of Ice and Fire franchise series. Thank you. Is because he wrote the ending, and he gave the notes, or he wrote the notes down. He wrote the main outline. He wrote the main points down to the ending of the books, and he gave that to D&D at HBO. And they
Hogwash.
that's what happened. They made season 7 and 8, and it was trash. And now George R. Martin is just going on a tirade of being so butthurt. He just came out with this post and is like, not a blog, right? This last week or whatever, about how toxic the fan base is. And he's like, I remember when people used to like just talk about how they don't like stuff. We still talk about how we don't like stuff. We just talk about how we hate it because we're passionate about it. If we didn't care about it, we wouldn't talk about it at all.
Well, I still need to finish season 4. Game of Thrones.
For the new listeners, don't even fucking listen to this guy, Forrest. He's so weird. He's like, I'm not gonna watch the TV shows until I can finish reading the book. So he's never gonna finish. He's never gonna finish the series. So don't listen to him at all. Martin. That's what I'm saying.
So
DJ Rock,
we'll see.
Just sleeping over here.
Well, I guess people seem to love well, I think in this case, people seem to like all 3 books. So I think as long as they're faithful to the books, they'll
good luck, Dan and Dave. Good luck. Speaking of needing luck, April, we've got Fallout coming out.
Oh, right. Yes.
It's on Amazon Prime, who is most notorious for 2-day shipping and season 1 duds.
Rings of Power, yeah.
Rings of Power.
What was another season 1 dud they did? Because The Boys season 1 was not a dud.
Not a dud. Well,
neither was Invincible.
No, but what's the other show? Wheel of Time was a dud.
Oh yeah, Rings of Power, major dud.
Major dud. And then there's a bunch of other stuff that just wasn't
I guess Citadel wasn't very well reviewed. I don't think. Reacher, I don't think was a dud for first season.
No. But, mixed reviews on season 2, although I've heard a lot of people liking season 2 and then some people not liking season 2. I don't know. Do you guys want us to review season 2? Have you guys watched it yet? Let us know.
I haven't seen season
X 1.
Wait, you want me to watch what show, Major?
Reacher?
No. Reach.
Yeah.
Do.
Rob's still sleeping. DJ Rob. He was there in the beginning.
Both hands on the table, Rob. Both hands on the table.
The DJ cocaine is worn off. He's lost all inspiration for his DJ madness.
All right, so what was it on? Fallout. Yes. So I mean,
Fallout.
The makers of Westworld, which I think sort of fell off the wagon, no pun intended, after season 1. I mean, I like season 2, but I think season 3 they kind of like jumped the shark or.
Season 1, one of the greatest seasons of all time. Season 2, okay. Season 3, you are wondering what's happening. And then season 4 makes you want to kill yourself, dude. It's so... What happened, dude? They fucking jumped the shark. They had such a beautiful premise. They had so many cool fucking things that they could do. I'm not doing a Westworld rant. I can't do it now. I can't do it. My heart's too weak or too strong. One of the two. But we have to move on. Because... there's a lot of shows we haven't talked about yet because they don't have any dates, and that's including The Acolytes. You guys remember
Oh, Star Wars, yeah. It's gonna be another Star Wars show with lightsabers. Whoop-de-dee. But it's in the past. Like, okay.
No, it's not just in the past. It's in the final days of the High Republic. Now,
why is your audio sound weird?
Fuck. Does it sound weird? I just plugged.
You suddenly sound like a lot louder.
Shit. I just replugged my microphone back in.
Nice. Well, that's our podcast. Made you want to plug our social media?
Yeah, I do, buddy. You can reach us at X, formerly known as Twitter, on Zealots Podcast. You can find us on YouTube at Zeitgeist Zealots and on TikTok.
Spotify.
Anywhere you find your favorite podcast. And your third favorite podcast will also be there. Even Apple. We'll fight any of the lawsuits coming our way. Just so we can provide you more juicy details and more content that you guys are going to love. That's right. Subscribe. Shout out to all of our new subscribers on YouTube. We really appreciate it. And I guess we'll see you next week.
Yeah, thanks for joining us on this crazy journey. And now that we have like more subscribers, we're going to be more, I think, strict about getting the episodes out weekly on a weekly basis.
Woo! Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah. Well, I'm Forrest.
Major.
And I'm Robbie.